Today we have Neal Kimball. 10 years ago, Neal and Jill Kimball went to solve a problem, a decreasing amount of time spent together as a family. In the process, they created a business called Family Table Time. It's a system for organizing and holding memorable family meetings and really just launching your own family relationships. You might also know the Kimballs because they started A+ Tutor U, which has since been closed, but they're also involved in a very important program in our schools called Schoolhouse to Your House. Welcome back to FlashPoint. We're talking about some organizations in our area that are doing great work. How many people, let's just count in the past week, and it's a tough time of year, everybody's very busy, but in the past week, how many times did you sit down as a family and have a conversation that involved every person in your family? I mean, most people probably would say twice at the most to really engage every person within the family. So, Neal, how did you and your wife come up with Family Table Time, and where did this come from?
We came up with Family Table Time, Lauren, as a need for our family. I was traveling internationally at the time, so I was away from my family 10 days at a time. And we had read books on parenting and magazines on parenting, and we were looking for some tool that we could create that our family could work together with and stay connected. And we didn't find it, so we created it. Some of the best ideas that I learned from corporate America when I worked for McDonald's and other companies, that they came from people tinkering around. So we came up with this idea of Family Table Time, that once a week we were going to get off the expressway of life and really connect with our children in a safe zone. And so we were going to have a meal together, and after the meal was over, we were going to have a Family Table Time meeting that would be fun in a way that each week the family we'd rotate the leadership from child to parent.
Oh, so everybody gets to be in charge.
Yeah, so it's really
that pays off.
5 years old to 12 years old is really our target group.
Let's take a look at one family who's tinkering with Family Table Time.
Well, fellas, how are things going at school?
For decades, what we watched on television
Did you wash your hands? Yes, see?
echoed how we grew up.
Whose turn is it to clear?
Every night we had dinner together.
Ring around the rosy.
Marco and Kelly DeGeorge have a long way to go before their kids are teenagers.
Walk down. I love you.
Aww, I love you too.
But they're making a commitment to bringing everyone together at the dinner table.
This is an event. This is something we do as a family.
The DeGeorges are the picture of a happy family, right out of one of those old sitcoms.
Anything new happening at your school, Wally?
But that wasn't the case just 2 months ago.
There is a complete disconnect with them. There was a very weird feeling.
Sometimes I felt alone.
Okay.
After a stretch of long days and nights at the office,
At that moment, it was like, okay, I'm completely disconnected with my family.
it was the kitchen table
Family Table Time. All right.
and the use of this kit that brought the DeGeorges back together. It's called Family Table Time. The kit consists of placemats and ideas to encourage families to hold weekly family dinner meetings.
What we're going to talk about today is cleaning up.
The creators of it say it paid off big time when their kids were teenagers.
We were looking for some way to connect ourselves as a family, and that's when we came up with Family Table Time.
Neal and Jill Kimball say it was actually their daughter's idea to write on the tablecloth during their weekly family meetings.
This is the original tablecloth. This is our daughter when she was 11.
The Kimballs only have one teenager left at home now.
Yeah, some kids are distant from their parents, and I feel like I can talk to you guys about anything.
Neal and Jill say Family Table Time led to that bond.
And once you empower the teens, we found they tend to take ownership.
So whether you start table time with teenagers or young children,
We're going to start making chores for everybody.
table time can give everyone the chance to talk.
Thank you for doing everything you do on a daily basis. I really appreciate how you maintain everything around here.
You were such a good girl. I know you let Daddy sleep in a little bit, and I appreciate that, and I know Daddy appreciates that too.
And it lays the groundwork to take on any challenge as a family.
We want them to always know that they have that comfort and that security within our family, that they can talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Nice job.
Oh, I love that story. Okay, this is what it looks like. And the cool thing about it is you can see some of it's upside down, some of it's right side up, depending on where at the table you are sitting. And these are this one's for January, right?
Resolutions will be the first week of the year.
First week of the year, and then you have on the back, there's your little tablecloth that you can actually write on as a family. But Neal, you're going digital, so tell me what's going to happen.
We think it's so important. There's 77 million families with children that are 18 and under, and where in Central Florida it says family. So what better place to launch Family Table Time nationally than in a place like Orlando in Central Florida that says family? And so what we're doing right now is we've got a website that we've built, and you can come to the website, and even right now you could order, if you're interested, Family Table Time for a gift for either 6-month subscription or a full year. And what we've done is we have cut this into 8.5 by 11 so they can be printed, or they could be on your tablet where you could use the tool. And it basically are tools of communication. It helps a family once a week go through compliments, discussion topics, a value principle of the week, and we have a value. You have resolution. Michael, you have unity, which is Martin Luther King week, and Dick has love, which
Dick has love.
Dick has love.
Love.
He's such a lovable guy.
For Valentine's Day.
This is great. Let me ask you a question, though. You know, I miss dinner every night. I'm here with all of you. So here's the thing. I love what you have recipes on here. I have other times that I can spend as a family and get involved, or Sunday nights when I'm not working, right?
Absolutely. We're saying once a week, get off of the expressway of life and have the scenic tour with your family and really connect in an environment where you go through this fun activity and they're open-ended questions. There's a short story. There's a little definition of the word, and we have 52 weeks of content, so you don't have to come up with anything. Mm-hmm. A parent could get this and quickly go to into a family table time meeting, and we encourage the family to have a healthy, delicious meal first. From the Department of Agriculture in Florida, we have 52 recipes that they gave us. And
Neal's biting off everything you can chew with this thing.
And I love it. And we even ask the family to eat together, then to talk and communicate together, and then we ask the family to move together. We think that's so important, that the family together models this positive behavior of eating healthy, communicating, and also moving together.
Wow.
And what we're doing is not only we're training our children to be better parents long term, but we're really eventually taking care of our grandchildren, because this modeling is going to be a legendary type thing in the family.
Baby steps, Neal, once a week.
Yes.
And we'll go for a walk. And you know what I liked about that story, Dick? And you know, you've been very, not to take a darker turn, but you've been involved with so many groups when it comes to domestic violence, when it comes to strife within families, child abuse. What I really liked about that story is watching Dad compliment Mom. Mom compliment Dad.
Yep.
I mean, those kinds of interactions in front of children are just as important as the interaction in front of the kid, right?
It's very important. In fact, it's funny, over the years, social services, let's say mental health services, we always did it in kind of a very sterile, clinical way. But now the whole new concept is wraparound. Wraparound Orange talks about providing wraparound services to children who need mental health. Wraparound and juvenile services now. How do you wrap around that child the support they need, the familiar services they need to stay on the right track? So we're back where we really should have started to begin with. How do you use the family to wrap around and support each other? And that's what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, the whole trend right now, even with DCF and people who are having, you know, even violence with their homes, is trying to come to resolutions and therapy within that and reunite parents with their children.
Right.
And this is not just low-income, middle-income, high-income families. Lauren, it's all families that are under attack right now. And families, parents, they got their modeling from their parents, or they're in a mom's group right now, or blogger, but what they really, they didn't get an owner's manual when they became parents.
All families are at risk is the point you're trying to make.
I needed a warranty with my boys.
Yeah, all right.